Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Monsters of the Deep. As always, I'm your host, Mr. G. Today, we're talking about everyone's favorite gentle giants, baleen whales. Baleen whales are one of the two types of whales along with the toothed whales. The distinguishing factor of them is that instead of teeth, they have baleen, which can best be described as being like a natural spaghetti strainer, in that it gets water out of their mouth but it keeps their food in. The baleen whales are home to some of the largest animals on the planet, with the largest of all being the massive blue whale. These big boys can reach 100 feet in length, and they are the largest animals not only today, but depending on who you ask, largest of all time, too. Probably because the giant sauropod dinosaurs got most length from their neck and tails, while blue whales are consistently long and heavy throughout their body. But that's just why I think that's the case. However, despite their large size, blue whales, as well as other baleen whales, do not eat other large animals like one might expect given their size. In fact, despite their huge mouths, baleen whales have tiny throats. A blue whale's throat is the size of a grapefruit. So yeah, despite what you see in media, you cannot actually get swallowed by a whale. So instead of big game, baleen whales hunt small animals like plankton or krill, which they eat by shoveling them into their mouth and then filtering out the water, allowing them to swallow their prey without drinking ocean water, since that's bad, even for ocean life. Because of the massive size, baleen whales have little to fear. When they have calves, though, they can be taken by orcas, and even as adults, they've been taken down by swarms of them. But for a blue whale, that requires a lot of them, so it doesn't happen that much. Some other notable baleen whales besides Big Blue include the humpback whale. These whales are famous for their songs, which are considered beautiful, and while still not fully understood why they do it, it's believed to have some sort of mating purpose. Humpback whales are also notable for their hatred of orcas, if they've been seen acting aggressive towards them, and they've even protected other animals from them, including things that aren't even whales. So, yeah. There's also gray whales, notable for the fact that unlike other baleen whales, they do not just go through the open water and suck in small creatures. Instead, they sift through the mud in order to get small invertebrate into their mouth. It's an interesting way to feed, but if it works, I guess. Then there's fin whales, the second largest whale, notable for the fact that despite their large size, they are surprisingly fast animals capable of moving at nearly 30 miles an hour, which, considering they're second only to the blue whale in size, is very impressive. Now that we got that out of the way, let's look at the baleen whale cards. Now, the blue whale card does a bit of a mathematical error. It says it's 4 times heavier than the heaviest dinosaur, but, assuming we're talking about Argentinosaurus here, which, according to what I've seen, is considered the heaviest dinosaur, it's only twice as heavy as an Argentinosaurus, so that's kind of a mathematical error right there. So, 9.5 out of 10 since it's kind of a minor thing. But the humpback, fin whale, and right whale are all fine. Humans love whales. After all, why wouldn't we? They're huge and they're friendly to us, so of course people will like them. I mean, why wouldn't we? What am I even talking about? Anyway, now for a variety of reasons, like their size and how much they eat, baleen whales are impossible to keep in captivity. But considering what dolphins and orcas are like in captivity, I think they may have dodged a bullet there. Now on to more sad news. Most baleen whales are endangered. This is mostly thanks to whaling, where they were hunted for their oil. This practice nearly drove many species of cetaceans to extinction, and they still haven't quite recovered from this time period. Nowadays, major threats to whales include rogue fishing nets, chemical and oil spills, boat collisions, and the few places where whaling is still allowed. One of the most endangered of all the whales is the right whale, so named because during the age of whaling they were a favorite to hunt since they floated to the surface when they died, so they were considered the easiest to hunt, aka the right whale. Isn't that lovely? An animal named after the fact that it's easy to kill? Yeah, that just feels like rubbing salt on a wound. This is depressing. But luckily, whales have the advantage of being considered cute, so people want to save them. Unlike sharks and crocodilians, which are scary, so they deserve to die, apparently. Ooh. Ugh. I'm sorry. I just had to vent about that more. I will never stop venting about that. Anyway, see you guys next time. This was just sad.